How we doing, guys? Hey, it's John here with Hook to Hunt. Hey, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update for all of you that actually did watch my video. So we're actually got a call from the taxidermist, and he said he's ready for the deer. So I'm going to take you guys along. We're actually going to go check out the taxidermist, and I actually got a little bit of a surprise for you. So follow me there, and here we go. I got a special request from my wife. She asked me if I would clean out the freezer because she said it's starting to get a little scary when she opens it. So told her I was just waiting for the taxidermist to give me a call, so she gets her wish today, so she should be happy. So let's go ahead and pull these out. So this is actually a velvet roadkill that was actually killed right out in front of my house. So we're gonna take him to the taxidermist. Let this big heavy beast. You guys that have watched the channel, that follow us, know who that guy is. Got to witness that shot. We actually got a buddy of mine with a 14.5-inch crappie that we're gonna take that to the taxidermist too. So giving taxidermists all kinds of work, but we're gonna take you to the taxidermist. We're gonna show you a little bit behind the scenes, and at the end of the video I do have a surprise for you. So alrighty, I'll hit you up when we get there. So we got the deer loaded up, and we're headed to post taxidermy. See you guys when we get there. So we're here. Let's see if we can get Brandon answers. What's up? How's it going, Brandon? What's up, I brought you velvet.
How's it going? Pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey guys, John here with Hook to Hunt. We're at Post Taxidermy with Brandon. We're gonna give you a little behind the scenes of what. So tell us a little bit, Brandon, about when did you start taxidermy? How long you been doing it?
I started when I was about 10 years old. My dad got me a squirrel mounting kit from Cabela's, and started mounting a squirrel then. And I ended up going to doing a few odds and ends here and there, all the way up to high school, mounting a few for my buddies, and started getting into a little bit of public. Went to a couple of different taxidermy schools and got going with the public right around 2004. And
What's your range of taxidermy? What do you? I mean,
I'm mostly North American. Our biggest thing here in the Midwest is whitetails. I do fish, birds, mammals, snakes, and then you get into the more big game. I do a lot of big game. Caribou from Alaska. I got a bunch of elk in this year. Elk are probably one of my favorite to mount, just
I was
because.
gonna ask, what's your favorite?
Yeah, just because there's so much facial expression in an elk, especially with their lighter eyes.
The bugling and everything.
Yep,
else.
and it's just really neat to kind of think when you're mounting them that where they traveled, through how many mountain range, or over the mountain range to winter and different stuff. So that's pretty neat.
That taxidermy is definitely an art.
That it is. Yes.
So what's the weirdest or coolest thing you've had come through the shop?
The guy's pet zebra, right here right in Dubuque, or right outside Dubuque. Got a call when it was a couple about 8 years ago in February. Cold day, and the guy called me up. Hey, will you mount my pet zebra? And sure enough, we went down, and they ended up mounting. He had a few of them die of natural causes because of the cold, and ended up doing, I think, 5 mounts for him, shoulder mounts. So
How was that mounting a zebra?
It's no different. It's a lot better than mounting a zebra from Africa. Over in Africa, if you do go over there, they have a completely different way of preserving their hides over there to get them sent here and then to get tanned, and they can be a pretty bad shape once they get here. But there, I got to put my hands on it fresh and got taken care of. It turned out real nice. So.
Some advice for the new hunter that They got their trophy laying on the ground. What's the best process for you?
Best get that gutted as quick as possible. When you're dragging them out, if you can, wrap them in a heavy duty tarp or toboggan sled of some type. Or if you can drive the four-wheeler right to them, lift them up on that four-wheeler and take them out that way. You don't want to rub them front shoulders because it will show. You almost have to stay in like the middle on back, like on a life-size deer. And you got to lift it up by the horns and drag from like here on back, because that whole front shoulder takes a lot of abuse when you're pulling them out if you don't lift up real high. So
I like to use a deer cart.
yep, deer cart works great. Never hang them from the head. And I have people that sometimes they do hang them from the head and they tell me they don't. I will know. It stretches the neck out. Even it'll give rope burns around the antlers.
It's like crime scene investigation, huh? You can see that.
Yep, I see the trauma. So it just stretches that neck out and it puts a strain on the hide. The best is hang them right from the back hocks. Get them washed out good. If it is cool, you can leave them sit a day, or if you can, skin them right away. Skin them down as far as you're comfortable with. You don't need to skin them all the way to the head, but I also don't need the whole neck either. That kind of makes my job a little bit harder. Then I have to throw the meat away and you're wasting meat. So the best is say 1-2 inches from the bottom of the neck. Just take your time as you're caping down. I prefer, if you do not cut down the back of the neck, I do not cut them when I...
So you just roll the cape all the way?
Yep, I roll it all the way up, and I'll make about a 2-inch cut. I can show you on a different mount how far I cut, and that way there's no seams down your mount to split later. That's the number one thing. Everybody looks at that seam in the back, and well, my seam's popping. Well, we skip that step altogether here, and
Save you some work too. You don't
right,
have to sew
a little less sewing, especially in these
So these are some full bodies I see. You got
Yep.
3 different forms of full bodies?
Yep, there's many to choose from. The jumping the fence is very popular. This one's just gonna be walking down off a big bluff. Kind of standing on a
bed
bluff.
buck.
And he's gonna be laying on a bluff, so. Yep.
What's next step? We're looking at some forms I see.
Yep. Then we'll go over, kind of talk about how you want the deer mounted. There's a bunch of different forms to choose from. There's books upon books. I go through quite a few different suppliers. It kind of depends on what pose
So
you want.
this is a Mackenzie book I see, right?
Yep. I do a lot of Mackenzie. Semi-sneaks is quite popular form. It's just kind of like a normal walking pose, has a good thick neck for the Midwest deer. My opinion, the head is a little bit narrower than I like, so about every deer I'll either, depending on the size of the deer, I take measurements when I start caping them out, write them down and recreate that in the head. Wider head, smaller head, that big bull look that the Midwest deer. Some of my sneaks here, like I said, that's popular form. You can get into like the uprights.
I didn't get that.
Sorry, Siri. The uprights, then you get into like semi-uprights. It's kind of what a lot of guys will just, whatever the way they shot it, this is just going to be a popular wall pedestal semi-sneak look with I call it a concave back. It's kind of, it has a dished out back. That is more money in that mount with that, because I finished that with a couple different options. So you can get in like the full sneak, just a new form they come out with. It's kind of neat. It's a wall pedestal where the back is concave. I can get kind of anything or a side piece to complement your mount. I can get that. I can make that.
I actually have one of those.
Yep.
That I can put on there too.
Yep. And this is like a little bit more semi-alert is what I call it.
So someone brings a deer in start to finish. How many man hours do you have in a normal whitetail?
Sure. So from the minute they walk in the door to the minute they tell me the story, which I enjoy hearing about how they got the deer and whatnot. Just keep it short.
I'll tell you the quick story.
Yep, you're excited, but and I like that excitement in somebody
That's
just
probably half the reason why you do it.
right, yeah. And then when they come back in, the excitement when they get their mount back and they really enjoy it, and it brings back the memories of of harvesting that day. All said and done, it varies deer to deer. We're looking right around 14, 15 hours per deer from start to finish, and it's broke up into a couple different
Well, you got to
time
dry and
periods.
everything. like
Right,
that, so you
and
can't.
the hide goes to the tannery. He gets a backlog of other taxidermists, so everything kind of is in stages. But
I know every time I come here, my wife plans on me being here at least an hour.
yep, I think there's a few times you might get yelled at and
Yeah.
got some text messages.
All right, what's the process then? So, say this is a fresh deer, and you're just getting started. What do you? first
Fresh
start?
deer, I'll come in here and I'll make a short Y incision back here. Some guys like doing burr to burr. I do Y to Y, covers very well. Short, and I'll cut from here to here, and that's pretty much just down past the ear butt, and that way I can pull it off the head itself. And that way there's no seam, there's nothing to split. I mean, this looks just like he did get in a little fight here, but looks like he just walked out of the woods after he's mounted. So this one's gonna be going home tonight.
Gotcha.
On it, so.
So hey, I see this blue rack over here, this elk. I see this blue rack, what's the deal with this? Because I walk in right away and I was curious about
Yep,
this.
the Smurf elk. This is gonna be a reproduction for a guy. Two guys ended up shooting at the exact same time. They should have played the lottery that day too, I think. But so they flipped a coin, and the one guy got the horn, the original set, and the other guy's gonna make a reproduction and have that mounted also.
So you're making a mold then? So you actually have the
So this
original
is-
set underneath somewhere?
Right. So this is a brush-on silicone that I use to make that fine detail, and then after this, I'll do a fiberglass mold of it, and then we'll a mother mold of it, and then we'll pour the plastic to actually make the actual.
So it's
mold.
the antler is actually a hard plastic?
It's just a hard plastic that.
So the final replica will be plastic?
Right. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Kind of not very hard to break. So.
So I see you got some whitetail racks here, it looks like.
Yeah,
The
I
same process, or?
Yep. Same process. This one got shipped into me from Minnesota here. It's a little dirty. We're in the work process of fiberglassing this one, but this is just a mother mold, and I have to fiberglass the backside.
So
here.
that's one process ahead of this, and there are
Yep.
a couple processes.
Couple,
of
yeah.
that.
Yep. Then they'll turn out like this one. This is kind of a little bit lower budget one than this one's.
More
gonna
of
be
a
all
finished
fiberglass,
product, huh?
but- Yep. Then I'll just pour my plastic in here, and after it sets up, we can pop it out and.
So Brandon, if we're talking about your replicas of the antlers and stuff like that, what if someone brings in a deer that they shot that broke a tine or something like
Sure.
that?
Yeah, I do quite a bit of replacements. If you got good trail cam pictures, or if you don't, and we just kind of talk about it, and if you want to just match broad tine or whatnot, like this one, this guy did not have no trail cam pictures of him, of this buck, but he said he wanted broad tine fixed. It's up to you guys.
So that was actually a broken brow tine
it
somewhere?
depends whatever one you guys want to think it is, but I can match anything from a trail cam picture. I'll blow it up and I'll measure an antler that is around.
Have you ever
And-
had to mold like a whole horn?
I have, yep, I do.
Like if someone broke, like a deer broke their
Yep,
main
I've
beam
had a
off?
few, yeah, right at main beams, or if a guy shoots it off or something, has both pieces, but there's a big hole in one of them, I can match that, put that main beam back on. Big thing is shed bucks, especially this year for some reason, even first season shotgun, a lot of bucks were already losing their horns. Guys would shoot them, go to pull them out by the horns, and horns pop off. That's not a problem. Don't think you can't get that mounted. That's it's not that bad a fix, and them horns, believe it or not, will fit exactly right on them.
Right
that
back in
pedicle, yeah, and we'll reinforce it with some rod through there and oxy.
So as a new hunter, what's the biggest mistake you see most new hunters or new trophy?
Trying to keep them themselves without either asking somebody that has done it before. Or if you don't know how to do it, give me a call. You can bring the deer right here to the shop. Within 10 minutes, I can have a deer skinned out. We can
So
wrap it
you're
up.
full service, and
Yep.
if need be, you'll do everything
Sure.
for the customer.
Yep, and that's at no charge.
I know from experience, he's made more than a few house calls to me
Yeah.
and
Not-
done it.
Not too many house calls anymore, just because Got to be in the shop almost all the time, but you're more than welcome to bring it by here, back right in the garage there in the shop, and I got a couple hoists. We can put it right up and get it done for you quick. After we're done, I take some nice clean new plastic, wrap it around there, tape it real good, and you're on your way to the locker plant. So
I know this is a question you probably get a lot, but what are some secrets that you have for us?
they're secrets. That's what I can't say.
You would do that. I knew you were going to do that.
No.
What do we got going on here? You got a paint booth?
Yeah, I do quite a bit of fish. I do reproductions. I do cast fish. You bring a fish in, I can cast that fish if you want to do a reproduction of that fish. I do some of that, and I also do a lot of skin mounts. Skin mounts are drying. I got a few drying up there. I got a few out in the other shop, but skin mounts are most popular. They're still fairly reasonable priced. Reproductions get quite expensive. They can, and I can do a skin mount fish for. It's going to last as long as a reproduction. The way I do everything I do in here, I do overly good. Just like my skull plates. If you guys will just after you get them caped out, they'll scrape a little bit of meat off, throw a little borax on there, and slap it on. Throw some clay over it. And away it goes. There's always meat in there. Hot water. I kind of let them sit in some hot water, and I get all that flesh off to make them look nice and clean. Here's one here. This one's cleaned down, and you can pretty much eat off it. And then I take a torch and I make sure all that oils and stuff are out of that bone, so it's gonna last a lifetime.
So that's actually what you put into this, then, on the form.
This will screw right onto the form. We'll get the right angle in and screw that on, and then I fill the muscle definition back in on the form, and we go from there.
So what is the beginning process from?
So this one, there we go. This one's on there. If you do want your horns back after you shoot it, give me a couple, 2 weeks depending on time of the season. I can get them cleaned up good for you, and you can have them back till I need them. So this guy just brought this back. He picked up, this is an upright. It's going to be a short hair gear, so it's going to show really good detail. Has a little bit longer neck. He's like on an alert, kind of. This deer kind of remind me of a mule deer.
Yeah, it looks like a mule deer.
G2,
Except he's got brown time.
Yep.
Most mule deer don't.
But so then we'll put on here, fill the muscle tone back in here. I use ear liners. Some guys don't like to. I like to. I think they hold up a little bit better.
So the ears, are they actually hollow that the ear liner just fits inside, or?
Actually, when I get the hide, I'll turn the ears inside out. Actually, I'll split the ear. It's called. Get it tanned, and then I can bring it back. I'll pull that ear liner out, or the cartilage out of the ear, and then I can put the glue and then the ear liner in. Just make them a little bit more rigid, in case you would happen to bump it or something. So. Then glass eye, so I use a high quality glass eye. I always try finding the best on the market, the most realistic looking. In my opinion, they still haven't quite nailed it, what a deer really looks like compared to the eye, but try using the best that we can.
Well, that's Mother Nature. You're never going to duplicate Mother Nature.
That's true. And then sometimes I'll use an artificial nose. It depends kind of on the pose and what the customer picks out. It's kind of the easy way instead of just drumming out the nose. I still am old school and drum out the nose. They look just as good as artificial nose. But put your glue on, put the hide on, and that's about all the secrets I can tell you.
Okay.
You gotta, anybody can do taxidermy, and there's a lot of people that try, and there's a lot of people that fail. Some survive. You pretty much.
It's truly an art.
You have to be an artist. I've been an artist my whole life. My mom was in the art all the time. I didn't like nothing in high school or in school except art. I was always excited to get to art class, and I thrived in that pretty good. So this kind of fits me with being an outdoorsman. It's kind of a revolving door. People bring stuff in, people picking stuff up. Most nights I'm available. The weekends are kind of hit and miss anymore. I got 4 kids, a wife that's going to school full time and working full time, so the weekends are kind of mine and her time and the kids' time. So yeah, most everybody works with me, and we set up a time to pick them up. But these are all, a lot of these will get picked up this week. A lot
I
of
see
these
you do European mounts as well.
quite a few Europeans. Yep. Got into hydro dipping. This is one that hydro dipped.
That's
They're starting to get pretty.
the detail on that is.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty popular. So we can do, we've got tons and tons of different patterns of hydro dip. I just do skulls. I don't do guns or pretty much. I can do bear skulls and
Taxidermy.
coyote. Yeah.
Taxidermy.
Yep.
So we got, what is this, 3/4 mount?
Yeah, this is 3/4 half body. He's got a rest on there a little bit, but he's got a little bit of dust on him. I'm storing these 4 mounts here for a customer while he moves.
Yeah, I don't ever let mine sit here.
But this is, yeah, a lot of guys like this, and I think it's going to be kind of popular next year. And I can turn that right turn, left turn. He wanted it straight, so we did it straight. But these are all semi-sneaks across the board. Semi-sneak, left turn.
Yeah, they are.
This month was pretty similar, so yep. But there's tons and tons of different forms out there. It's crazy. Every year they come out with a few new ones, but I like something a little bit different every once in a while too. So.
All right, guys. So remember in the beginning of the video, I said we got a surprise. Not only was I dropping my deer head off from this year that you guys see me take, we're actually picking up 2019's deer. I can see Brandon's got it hanging up over here. So.
Yeah.
All right, so this is actually a deer I shot in 2019 that just had it in, and Brandon called me and said, hey, he was done with it. So I thought it'd be good timing to come out and show you guys behind the scenes and drop my deer off. So thanks for letting Hook to Hunt come behind the
No
scenes
problem.
and
Thank you. I
kinda
appreciate
see
the
what's
business.
going on.
Hopefully you enjoy this big old bruiser. So
Oh, he'll look nice right next to the fireplace.
there you go.
If you guys have any questions for Hook to Hunt or Brandon about anything taxidermy related, let us know and we will get those questions answered. So if you have any questions, let us know. So, all right, guys, if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll keep the content coming. So, thanks again.
Hey guys, John here. Hey, just hope you enjoyed our little behind the scenes here with Post Taxidermy. I just wanted to wrap up the video by showing you the Buck's final resting place. Here he is. We actually had to do a little remodel and move some around just to make everything look alright. Everyone asks why I do the mounts and everything like that, and if you ask me about every deer that's in here, know the story. So I'll sit down here in my basement and I'll have a fire and I can recall that hunt like it was yesterday. So it's a reminder. It's, you know, some people spend $1 million on paintings. I spend a lot of money to have deer heads on the wall. So it's art. It is what it is. I like it.